Hey guys, Max here with the Mind Medic Academy, and you may or may not know this, but May is a month that is dedicated to mental health awareness. So I decided to take the next couple of Mondays and discuss some great tips and strategies that you can start practicing immediately to improve and maintain good mental health. Today I want to be focusing in on those of you who have a tendency of feeling overwhelmed. So if you feel like you started to develop a relationship with mental and emotional exhaustion, I'm talking to you. Strap in and focus up because I'm going to help you develop a better way of dealing with these things. Number one, I want you to start taking a real look at how much time you've been devoting to everything else and not yourself. Now, I understand that I'm painting with a broad brush here, and this isn't going to cover 100% of everybody, but how often do you find yourselves overcommitting to things? Like even when you know you have several other things on your agenda, how often do you find yourself continuing to say, yes, I'll do it, or okay, that's fine? Now, there's 1,001 other reasons why people do what they do, but I would say that most of us just don't want to let anyone down. Some of us have developed this self-imposed responsibility to try to make everyone happy around us. Why? Because we hate disappointment. And I'll prove it to you, watch. Ever get stuck working a bunch of extra shifts that you didn't want to? Yeah, me too. So how else do people introduce overwhelm into their lives? Some people just constantly push through stress. Subconsciously, they're always trying to impress people with their quote-unquote work ethic. These are the type of people who put in all sorts of extra hours, sacrificing their sleep, their nutrition, personal relationships, and for what? Attention and affirmation. Now don't get it wrong, these are strong motivators. The problem is that your body, subconscious, your soul, whatever it is that you want to call it, can't continue to operate at 100% without taking sufficient time to heal. And if you're not providing it with the nutrients or the rest it requires, it will eventually call that to your attention through headaches, through brain fog, muscle strains, IBS, however it decides to manifest. So if anything I've mentioned thus far describes you, I want you to start looking at how many things are pulling at your attention. I hear people say all the time, I feel like I'm stretched so thin. Or, man, I am on such a tight timeline. I want you to start paying attention to how many job titles you bear. A mom, dad, husband, wife, employee, entrepreneur, friend, mentor, student. Look at how many things you're juggling right now. Are you literally doing the job of multiple people? How many extra meetings are you going to a week? And here's the big question. Are any of these negotiable things? How many of these things can I change or alter so that they will suit me better? See, the tension typically comes from one of two different sources. Your attention is constantly being shifted, okay? That's number one. Our brains are naturally wired for efficiency. So you start something, you finish something. And just like computers, our brains become less efficient with the more applications, tasks, thoughts, emotions that we have open. So ready? Here's your first tip. Stop trying to multitask. It's the constant shifting of attention back and forth that makes it really difficult to maintain focus, and extended periods of time converts that into frustration, which creates an undercurrent of stress. Medicine's already proven to us that prolonged exposure to stress negatively affects a person's health. Right, Tiffany Bingham?
That's right.
So number two, and this was a huge one, honor your inner person. Honor your inner person, your inner child, your spirit, body, soul, again, whatever you want to call it. But stop and spend time engaging in things that you enjoy doing. Listen to music, dance, sing, run, pray, go for a hike, organize your refrigerator, whatever it is, that thing that makes your soul smile, go do it. Because here's what happens all too often. Mommy and daddy wake up, get the kids ready for school, shove an egg sandwich in their face, and they're off to work, right? And they're at work all day long and come home, and before you even get the chance to lay down your keys, you have a bunch of sweaty kids asking for food. So you stop, you make them a couple sandwiches, you head to the bedroom, and just as you're pulling off your second shoe, you remember, I forgot to go to Walmart. That recipe calls for 1 purple onion. And it's rinse and repeat day after day, week after week, year after year. And guys, we can talk about the woes of mental health all day long and prepare slides, and we can show all the stats and do all that, but nothing's gonna change. The tipping of the scales only happens when we educate ourselves on how we can effectively work with our own mental health. That's the kind of stuff I'm teaching here at the Mind Medic Academy. From things like preventative self-care to more advanced things like releasing long-term tension and trauma, I'll teach you all the techniques you need to develop and maintain a good state of mental health. But hey, if you learned something today or you just enjoyed the video today, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, drop me a question in the comment section down below. Tell me what you want to hear about. With that, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Again, my name is Max Otazu with the Mind Medic Academy. I'll catch you in the next one.